Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be exploring an area of YouTube that I probably haven't visited since I was a teenager. I'm going to be discussing the what guys look for in girls videos, a sort of genre on YouTube that was popular back in the early 2010s, and I'm going to be analyzing how it's changed in the past decade or so. So yeah, let's just get into it. I do want to make the disclaimer, if you hear like noise, it's my air conditioning. It's really hot in here and I'm already sweating, so I'm sorry I can't turn it off, but I do apologize if that bothers you. So back in 2012 to I want to say around 2015, there was a specific type of video that was really popular on YouTube, and that was the what guys look for in girls video. Now this video had many iterations, like ways guys look at girls they like, first things guys see when they look at girls, how to know that a guy likes you, what Christian guys look for in girls. The way these YouTubers found ways to repackage the same misogynistic ideas hundreds of times is almost commendable. There are also specific channels dedicated to making these types of videos, and the videos along with the creators were pretty popular. The most popular has to be Nash Greer's video of the same title, and today us girlies are going to learn, according to Nash Greer and friends, what guys look for in girls. So I just want to make a disclaimer. I'm going to sound really angry in the upcoming clips reacting to the Nash video. I do realize that this video is like 8 years old at this point, but watching it just made me angry. And honestly, it's still relevant because I know guys that like act this way and think this way. So yeah, but I am well aware that they've changed.
Number one thing I look for in a girl.
Number one.
For me.
One.
I just spit.
I'll agree.
For me, you have to be entertaining. You have to be like funny. Have a personality.
Yep.
Be funny. Have a personality.
Start
like,
conversation.
Entertain me. Like.
Yes.
So girls don't exist for your entertainment. We're not clowns or like court jesters or something. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty obvious. And please stop objectifying us. That would be nice. We're literally human beings. We're not here for your entertainment. I feel like that's self-explanatory.
I like girls that will stay on top of you. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Stay on top. Like a girl that would be like, yo, Cameron, you gotta film a Vine today.
Okay.
Yo, Cameron, you gotta film a YouTube video.
So you want a mom? He's literally like, I want a girl that's gonna tell me to do my laundry, who's gonna do my laundry, who's gonna tell me to clean my room, and like cook me food and like take me to like football practice. I want a girl that's on top of me. He's literally describing a mother.
Yo, girls that have like talents. So many girls these days don't do anything. They're just like glorified like,
I'm gonna date a rich guy.
like I'm just gonna marry a rich guy and like pass through.
That's funny considering all three of you are not famous for your talents or based on any of your merits, but instead are famous for your looks.
There has to be a perfect balance because the chase is such a big part of it. Like if you play hard to get, if you play too hard to get, then it's just like, oh, she didn't even like me. But if you play it easy, it's just like, oh, she's a whore.
Classic.
I hate it when girls are obnoxious and loud and crazy. Like calm down. Like no, when like I like crazy girls.
Overly obnoxious.
I like crazy girls, but when you're in here and I'm like 5 feet away from you, you don't need to be like Nash.
But aren't you guys famous for exactly that? Being obnoxious? I'm confused.
Natural look. I like
It's
natural.
good. Natural hair.
It's just natural.
A little bit of makeup if you want it, but
Yeah, don't overdo it with makeup, to be honest. You don't really, a lot of girls look a lot better without makeup. And, that's my biggest pet peeve when girls draw in their eyebrows. Don't draw in your eyebrows.
Crayons, baby. Light brown.
Your natural eyebrows look way better than a freaking marker.
Don't overdo the makeup. Take your girl swimming on the first date. You're stupid.
Wait.
yo,
No.
Hygiene.
shave, brush your teeth,
Oh,
arm shave.
Shake.
This stuff when you have a little peach fuzz and we're making out.
No, not even making out when the light's just like shining on. I can see.
Or arm hair, just wax, shave.
Yeah.
That's the worst when there's hair. It's terrible.
No, don't do it.
But the natural look though.
The natural look is great, but
The London
the hair, take the hair off. I'm sorry.
So that's just peak offensiveness. It's pretty self-explanatory why that's super offensive. So as someone who has been made fun of for my body hair for essentially my entire life, I can't imagine being like a preteen girl, or back when I was a preteen and watching, Nash Greer, Cameron Dallas, these YouTubers who, they weren't my idols, but if they were, and then them telling me that that's gross, like, how would that make me feel? Not good. So what about your majority girl audience who, without a doubt, probably have body hair because it's normal and natural? So how do you think they feel? Exactly. Thank you. So they want someone that's hairless, like a naked mole rat. They want someone that's short, but not too tall, but not too short either. And they want boobs, but they don't want them to be fake boobs. Remember that. And they want a butt, and they want them to be skinny. Yeah, but the all natural look though.
A girl that's good at video games,
That too.
That's pretty good.
but not a girl that's obsessed with video games.
Yeah, not too much.
Like, you can't be better than me, or else. I mean, I don't even play video games.
So you want a girl that's good at video games, but not better than you, because that would shatter your fragile masculinity. Okay.
Be yourself personality-wise and be yourself appearance-wise, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna make you like less attractive.
So this is a theme amongst all these videos, not just the Nash Greer one, where they'll say a bunch of specific things that they want in a girl, but then they'll just be like, but just be yourself. So everything they said is like moot. And it's okay now because they said just be yourself. So everything's okay. All the things that they said that are offensive, it's okay. Now I do want to make the disclaimer that it really does genuinely seem like JC and especially Nash have changed and aren't really like this anymore. Cameron Dallas is still an ass though. I also want to disclaim that this is probably the most extreme and atrocious example of this type of video, but it's still relevant nonetheless. So as I mentioned before, there were specific channels on YouTube that were dedicated to making this type of content. Some channels that I remember being popular were Brian Redman, Joey Kidney, Andrew Quell, and Josh Trihane, just to name a few. So I'm not going to watch any of their videos because their content is all basically the same. But if you want to torture yourself by watching their content, feel free to do so. Now, I almost feel like I don't have to explain why these videos were problematic, but I'm just going to do so anyways. So the majority of these creators' fan bases were young, impressionable teenage girls. To, as a person in a position of power and influence, tell your young female fan base that it is gross or unattractive to have body hair, that they are a slut if they don't play hard to get, or that they have to be talkative but not too talkative, is extremely damaging. They are in essence telling girls that they will never be enough and teaching a whole generation of young girls to be insecure about their personalities and their looks. Now, I do want to mention again that Nash's video is a really extreme example, but the point still stands. The fact that these videos perpetuated the idea that women exist to please men and we as women must fit beauty standards created by men is extremely upsetting. But what is even more upsetting is that a whole generation of preteen girls, including myself, internalize these sorts of ideas. So all that I've discussed brings up the question, if these videos were so problematic and so detrimental, why were they so popular? And the answer really goes back to young preteen girls. Back in the early 2010s, YouTube was still an app that was mostly used by kids, teens, and young adults, meaning that the content that was dominating the site back then was determined by a young age demographic. Videos that were popular back in 2012 and 2013 aren't the sort of content that would be popular nowadays, and so is the case for the what guys look for in girls videos. And these videos were clearly being directed towards young preteen or teenage girls. As you probably know, puberty, middle school, high school can be really trying and difficult times. You know, you have to embrace new body parts, hormones, you're going through puberty, and in general, you lack a lot of confidence. It could also be a time when you develop your first crush or you go on your first date, so it makes a lot of sense that you would seek out some sort of guidance for these issues, and YouTube was, and still is, a viable source to turn to. Unfortunately, these types of videos, the what guys look for in girls videos, likely did more harm than good, probably causing a whole generation of young girls to internalize misogyny and seek male approval. Besides the obvious harm that these videos cause to young girls, what is also upsetting is that these creators were well aware that they had young, vulnerable viewers, and they profited off of them by making these types of videos. So, if I were to summarize why these videos were popular and how they did so well, you have a culture of pleasing men, plus a young, vulnerable age demographic that was already dominating YouTube, which equals your video getting pushed more by the YouTube algorithm, and more people seeing the video, which then equals money, plus more of the same videos. I hope that made sense. I might literally create like a diagram or something to explain what I just said, but yeah. Update, I did not make a diagram. Now, just because these videos were popular doesn't mean that there weren't creators or people criticizing videos like Nash's. I highly recommend you watch the videos by these creators that discuss this topic, and I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen. So luckily, the what guys look for in girls types of videos aren't really popular anymore, and a lot of creators have stopped making them, although it's pretty clear some creators didn't get the memo. However, I wouldn't say that these videos died out completely, but rather have evolved and changed format. Instead of the traditional format of a guy sitting down in front of a camera explaining what he looks for in girls, it has changed into public interviews where someone asks multiple guys in public what they look for in girls. So it really hasn't changed much at all. These videos are pretty much just as stupid and have just as many iterations. What guys look for in girls high school edition, what guys look for in girls college edition, etc. Besides the public interview types of videos, the best way I can describe this type of video is like an experimental style video has become popularized by channels like Cut and Jubilee. For example, the rating guys and girls on attractiveness or the speed dating videos. These videos aren't necessarily similar to the what guys look for in girls videos, but they do fall, under the same umbrella in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think about this topic and if you watched these videos when you were younger like I did. I will be posting more consistently from now on. I'm going to try to post every Tuesday and Thursday, so look out for a video in a few days. So yeah, like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my social media, and I hope you have a good day, and bye!